go. Ready. Got it. Ready. Here we go. Here we go. Hut. Let's go now. On the ready, set, go. Set, hut, set. Ready, ready, ready. Ready. Ready, go. Here we go, set. Hut, hut. Let's go. Hut, hut. Set. Ready. Okay, ready? Hut. Come on, set. Set. Down. Hut, hut. Ready. Set. Cut.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend, that's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's the second time in this opening drive alone that he's dropped a pass. We know that that can't continue, but they got to determine what it's about. Is he just super amped for the game and maybe he'll settle in, or is his focus just not there?
Back to throw again. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Call it a a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Right where this set of down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On first and 10, it's Robinson.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
55 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. Ritter on first and 10. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 11.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Now back to throw.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite lick it in. And now it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And it will be Falcon football. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Touchdown!
Bijan Robinson,
56 yards.
And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out now come the Lions. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
69 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half.
It's on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Lions now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Clark Phillips has got it. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, we're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
Jeremy Chin there defensively. Second down and 6 now from the 42.
Yellow. Ready?
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Flushed out right. Man open is Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Ritter.
This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Here's Ritter.
Eluding the pressure right.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 13.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man, nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its...
Got London on the slant. Still going. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's toppled this. Receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So
a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ritter.
And And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Ritter back to throw. And he is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and go. Even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll drop to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense. And they've done exactly that. What do you think, Parker? Gardner. A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters. I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Koo now for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On the give, this is their fullback. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Here's 2nd and 7.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this will be a Falcons 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, it's Bennett. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
On third down, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Coup for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. Back to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee.
The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.